Hey people of YouTube, welcome to Glam Fresh, episode number 1. Today I'm going to be doing a simple, easy, back-to-school daily look that anybody can do. First thing I'm going to use is a corrector concealer, and it is green, and it's by Maybelline. It's a cover stick corrector concealer. And don't worry, it's not going to make your face green. That would be very bad and sad. But it's to cover any red spots. A lot of people that have rosacea here might benefit from this, but make sure to put a really light coverage. And this is also good for like covering acne or scars or stuff like that, because it really just takes the redness away. Put too much of any concealer on, doesn't even matter if it's this stuff, liquid, cream, this is a cream. It's going to highlight the redness instead of take it away. So make sure you put just enough on. So I'm going to put it on maybe spots you can't even see right now, but I can see. And you just dab it on, and you just smooth it out. I do most of this with my fingers, and I know a lot of people say, use a sponge, use a concealer brush, use this, use that, but I don't really have a lot of fancy brushes yet, and honestly, I don't think a lot of people do, and if you do, that's great, use one. I've experimented with them, and they're actually really easy to use. But I don't really have one, and for you guys that don't, I don't want you to think that you need one. Next, I'm going to use the yellow version of it. This is not matching my skin tone. It's yellow. It's like my doors. See? And it is literally the Cover Stick Corrector Concealer by Maybelline. Yellow corrects dark circles. So I just put that underneath like that, and all it's going to do is brighten your eyes. And sometimes on top, people have like a purple up there, and I'm just going to put mine on there. Sometimes if you have a primer, you don't need to do that, but I do anyway. And I'm just going to do it like that. And don't mind if I make any silly faces. I use number 210 Fit Me by Maybelline New York. I really like Maybelline. And yeah, I use a foundation brush, all that stuff. I don't use a stippling brush. I don't have one. I would love one, but I don't have one. And when I do tinted moisturizer, obviously they just rub it on. So I just rub it on with my fingers. I don't even use sponges because everybody says you should, but the sponge doesn't put enough on. And people say that you put too much on with your fingers, but I take it slow. Like, if you need more, but put a little on your fingers. So I'm running low, but generally you don't have to tap this much. So I just put a little bit on, just like that. And then I blend it together. Just sets it, and it's number 210 by Maybelline. Fit Me, same line, whatever. And I don't use a big powder brush like this. I don't know why. I just don't. I use what a lot of people would use like for their eyes. But I use this because the brush set that I have is from Target. And it's the Sonia Kashuk travel brush set. Along with like a random powder brush that I got from Target too. But it's all like a travel set. So I don't have a professional brush set yet. Oh well, what can you do? Some people don't though, so this is going to be great if you do, and it's going to be great if you don't. If you don't have one of these kinds of things, you can use a stippling brush, or you can use powder brush. I don't. And I treat this kind of like a stippling brush. I just dab it on. Always blot before you repowder. I love CoverGirl because it goes on, like you can see color, but and then you just smile, and you put it on. And the perfect blush for like a natural kind of feel, I mean, it's not going to look 100% natural, but is going to actually be one that makes you look like you just exercised. I am going to put on as like a base, I'm going to put on this really like light brown, kind of the color of my hair right now. And I'm just going to pat it all over my eyelid, and I have a mirror above me, so don't you worry. I'm not talented enough to do this without a mirror yet. Now that you put it all over, it's not really going to come off as a color if you have my skin tone, but depending on your skin tone, alter it. You want it to be pretty close to your skin tone, just maybe a little sparklier or something. I'm going to darken it a little bit with more of like a coffee shade. And I'm just going to pat that on in the outside corner. And that looks ridiculous now. So you're probably looking at me like, why are you doing this? And I blend it out with my finger. Because I think fingers are the best ever. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. What I like to do is I put a white on the inside corner like that, and it brightens it. When I'm doing this kind of, it's like a trio effect. It goes from light to dark. Another way I use the white is when I'm doing dark in the inside corner and dark here, and then I use it in the center to make it more reflective. And then I'm going to use like a whitish peach to go under my brow bone, or like right on my brow bone, and highlight. And I don't use a real highlighter. I use the white with like a peach to create a natural highlighter. And sometimes when I'm feeling fancy, I'll take it up here and I'll highlight up there and I'll look all fancy. Next, I'm going to take my Falsies Volume Express Mascara by Maybelline, and it is in Very Black and it's waterproof. I always use waterproof because I tend to like rub my eyes or cry if there's sad stuff or who knows, but I don't like when it comes off. I'm just going to really make sure I get it on. And when you go up, you wiggle your wand so you get like that, so you get like all of that color on there. And I do the same thing to my bottom lashes. That I use a gray Ulta Minerals eyeliner. And it's just like that. It's honestly just gray. And I pick up my lid. And I know this is not super attractive. But that's how I line my eyes every day. Today I'm going to go for a little coral by Maybelline. It's 840 Coral Lust. And I'm feeling really fancy for school. And I'll put it on. And it just gives it a natural shine. So that's the makeup look. And I think it's just a really fresh, natural look that anybody can do for school. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you next time. Subscribe, comment, send me an email. I will put all details down there. And I hope you liked it. Like the video too. Give it a thumbs up. Bye. Thank you for watching.